tire. The tire of the most boring car on the face of the earth. More on that later. Right now, we've got special co-host here, Theo Kraus. And this is Let's Talk Cars, a show we don't really know how to use air quotes. And like the rest of the world, we know Elon Musk has done something illegal, we just don't know quite what it is yet. Anyway, let's get the show on the road. Engine noise. Alright, so that was a bit chaotic, but we're here. This is my friend Theo Kraus. You may remember him from such videos as, well, our abandoned Toyota Hilux review. And so, let's talk about cars. You know a fair bit about cars.
No.
We both like cars. That's the point. So, favorite car?
I like them. I don't know everything about them. I never claimed to. Favorite car?
Yeah.
E46 M3. Either the GTR or the road going.
Not horrible, actually. I was about to say something really bad. If you just said, like, the new M3, I'd be like, okay, well, doesn't know what it wants to be, doesn't know what engine it wants.
Hey, to be fair, we don't know anything about the new M3 because the new M3 doesn't know what it is yet.
Yeah, it's the bipolar M3. So, anyway.
Are we talking about the F80 or the one that doesn't exist yet?
Either one, take your pick. My favorite car is difficult. Either the 64 Mustang or the 2018 Aston Martin Vanquish V12. Anything about that? No?
No comment. They're very safe choices as cars go. I mean, insulting one. The worst thing I can come up with is Mustang.
The Aston Martin, the Vanquish, it's a beautiful car, it really is.
It is a beautiful car, right up until you try to... What's the word?
Drive it?
Yes.
Yeah, I've been in one, actually.
I'm sure you have.
The best experience I think I've ever had at a dealership was either sitting in a Lamborghini. I've also been for a ride when I got to drive around the block at a dealership. It was fun, great car. Anyway,
right.
We're gonna start talking with a bit of sad news because do you know about the Bloodhound project?
Bloodhound SSC? What happened?
It's been canceled.
Cancelled?
It was a private thing and it ran out of funding. Well, not canceled, sorry. It's put on hold until they can find more funding. For those of you at home who do not know what the Bloodhound SSC was, or I guess is, it was not only a car, it was a wheeled land vehicle that was going to do 1,000 miles an hour, rocket powered. It was an educational project too, so actually, they had a thing a while ago, like, what are you doing?
Miami.
Sure.
Carry on.
They had a thing, I want to say about 5 years ago for schools, like, students like write their names on the piece of paper we put in the, so that's why the car's tail fin was covered in names. I have my name on there, and so we don't know what's quite what's gonna happen to it yet. But yeah, I'll update that in further videos if more news comes out about that project. But for right now, I'm gonna say something that I've never said before. I'm excited for a Civic. Well, this is it. Honda's new sporty Civic hatchback. It's a project Honda claims to have been working on since 2012, 2 Civic generations ago. And while it might look like a Civic hatchback from the last 2 years, it's not. This version has all new body panels to increase airflow, a 5-speed paddle gearbox available for the American left-hand drive market. Wi-Fi is optional and sat-nav is standard. The car's engine has also seen a significant increase in horsepower, up 48 horsepower from the previous version, without even using turbochargers. The car also uses Honda's newest electric braking system, allowing the car to stop on a dime. The new Civic hatchback has also been completely redesigned and restyled as well, with new wheels, new door panels, a new roof, and an interior so stylish it makes Hyundai and Toyota look like Saturn Ions. In fact, the car's styling is so gorgeous that Honda won't even tell us the name of the person who designed the car, or where it was built. All they will tell you is that it was designed by a specialized Honda design team in an undisclosed location. And that's a spiritual successor to Honda's ever-popular NSX. But all those statements boil down to one big thing. It's not just a great Honda. It's not just a great Civic. It's a great car. So yeah, what you guys just saw was my first attempt at like an actual voiceover review, this time for the new Honda Civic. Keep in mind, this is actually not the R version. That's the Honda Civic Type R is coming out next time, I think in February. So, yeah, it's what?
It's a Honda Civic.
What's your point?
It looks like somebody's carved it out of a block of cheese with the cheese grater itself. No,
So did the Bugatti EB110.
the Bugatti EB110 could do 210.
Yeah, exactly, and it looked terrible. It was a wedge.
Well, the Civic can't do 210.
No, but it's very fun to drive, and also you can't drive a Bugatti EB110 without a very special type of insurance. This, you can go down to the dealership and they'll sell you one.
Well, yes, but do you want to drive one, though? I mean,
Yes!
it's a Civic, Oliver.
Yes!
We've been over this. It's a Civic.
Yeah, it's a fun car, but it's also functional. Like, you wouldn't... it's got great gas mileage. Like, say, take the EB110. You wouldn't drive that to the shops, would you? No, you'd...
Are you calling the Honda Civic SI a return of the hot hatch?
The SI?
Oh, no, just the normal one.
No. It's Honda's first proper, like, hatchback in a long time. I'll say that
Which
much.
isn't saying much.
No. We're talking about another hatchback later on in the episode. However, it also does offer adjustable suspension. Like that. No, seriously though, with the R version though, it's going to have something called liquid-cooled brakes.
Liquid-cooled...
So they're going to apparently spray water over the brakes to, cool them.
So it's safe to assume this will never be sold in a place where the temperatures drop below 40.
Exactly. So that's like anywhere apart from like Death Valley. And so Japan, what are we gonna do with you? We bombed you, but apart from that. So yeah, up next we have a sad piece of news about the Nissan GTR.
How do you lock it, Oliver? GTR. You told me something sad happened to it, but I was...
Well, so it's been like, one of the greatest off-the-line cars of all time.
Yep.
And it's going away.
It's what?
Well, this version is.
Oh.
They're replacing it with some hybrid... I don't know, I really don't care.
P1 GTR, oh yes!
No. By that I mean that Japan, Nissan's Japanese, and so... They're worried about fuel consumption and all that stuff. I don't even know. Also, another thing is that they can't market it as a supercar anymore for some reason, so they're now marketing it as a super sedan.
Are you saying that the GTR is dying because it wasn't practical?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm telling you. But hold on, here's the thing. We actually have a...
It's very practical. I know someone with one. The trunk is the size of a 3 Series, really.
Yeah. However, I actually have a little bit of information about the dying GTR here. They're making kind of like what they did with the right before the end of the, I think they had like the Skyline GTR had like 5 series, right?
Yeah.
But along the line they made one by Nismo, which is kind of Mercedes has AMG, their tuning house. Aston Martin now has a tuning house. We're gonna talk about a little bit later on. Yeah, I'll mention that a little bit later on.
BMW is M, of course. Ford has Cosworth.
And the Shelby. And then there's also one for Mercury. But anyway, the point is that Nismo made a really great Skyline GTR, a really rare car. If you ever own one in your entire life, it's worth over $1 million. It's a brilliant car. And so they've done the same for this. This one I'll actually bring it to the camera quickly so I can show you guys. It's right here.
Must you?
Yes, I must.
No, you mustn't. Or you could do this in the edit.
Whatever. Just look at this, right?
Fine. 2019 Nissan Nismo GTR
It looks good. Look at that.
It looks better than the new GTR, which isn't saying much.
Price is going to start around $176,000. That's for the. It says top model here. I've checked since I actually wrote the script. It's changed. That's for the base model. It's for something that's not actually a supercar. Remember, it's a super sedan now. That's really expensive. That being said, it's still cheaper than a Ferrari and Lamborghini and all that type of stuff.
That being said,
and you can also drive this and park it somewhere without risk of it getting,
what's the word?
Graffiti. Graffiti, jacked.
Yeah, there are other shops.
Or do what I used to do in middle school. It was like those glow tubes that had little lights on the inside you could take out.
What about them?
Stick them in the exhaust pipe. There was always a GTR that parked in our school during school dances. I always used to do that to it.
There's a GTR outside the auto shop, so you've got an opportunity if you ever come down.
It's a lot of fun. Also, it's probably very dangerous doing that.
Doing what?
Putting flashing lights on the GTR's tailpipe.
Why?
Driver distractions, like everyone else behind them in the line. Like
There's 4 tailpipes on it. That's distracting enough on its own. When you put your foot down, I was watching the kid who owns it, and he just, up the hill, he just floored it by mistake, and he was
How do you afford GTR by mistake? How is that possible?
I'm
Anyway,
honestly not sure. He enlisted in the military and his dad's rich. That's the end of the story.
All right. Anyway, back to the new Nismo GTR Coupe. So the engine is it's a V6.
Hang on. That can't be right.
Twin turbo.
18.7 miles per gallon average, 16 miles per gallon city, 22 highway. That's pretty similar fuel economy to my dad's car.
Yeah. So how much did that car cost?
Ooh, I don't know.
What's the top speed in your dad's car?
Around 151.
The BMW one.
Yeah, 330xi E46 without a limiter, it could hit around 100.
Yeah, but it has a limiter.
Yes,
anyway,
but you
back
can
to
remove the limiter.
Yeah, whatever. Pointless. Anyway, so this car, 3.8 liter V6 engine.
Okay.
Produces 20 more horsepower than the last version of it. They did actually have a prototype release of this car, and they've since then updated it.
Okay.
600 horsepower.
Okay.
And you know what? There's two versions: an all-wheel drive and wheel-wheel drive. So if you're not great at handling a car, you can get the all-wheel drive.
Or if you just like going.
It's also a family car because it has 4 seats.
Yes, the GTR does have a rather nice back seat.
Yeah, but
If you like shelves.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a comfortable ride. The GTR never has been. It's very bare bones and bracing. If you want a fast off line car, you buy a GTR. There's another information here. Oh yes, it's a very fuel hungry car. You will spend $8,500 on gas every year driving this vehicle.
I don't think that really means much to someone who wants to buy a $176,000 base model. And of course, if you're going after a GTR, why on earth would you buy the base model? I've run out of
I know, yeah. You know, it's like, do what Tesla does. Do the legal thing they've been doing, which is they say online that the Model 3 is a base model. There's only one model of the Model 3 you can get.
That's a sentence as long as the price tag for this damn thing.
So yeah, and a few minutes ago I mentioned Aston Martin's tuning house. That's our next topic.
What are they? I can't believe they've got a tuning in.
This is a 2016 Aston Martin Vantage S.
Plastic model.
Whatever. Point being, it just looks like a DBS that's been shortened and flattened. I was a really big fan of the Vantage series. Like, the old ones are great. Like, the one that was in, like, the old, like, the ones that James Bond used to drive, that Vantage, the classic ones are brilliant. But since they've been making a return the last 10 years or so, they've never really been that good. They've always been overshadowed by the Vanquish. But now the Vanquish, we don't know what's happening to it. There's been spottings of a new one along the Nürburgring. Yeah, it's a Nürburgring car. Woohoo, the ride's gonna be shit. Anyway, point being, Aston Martin's been focusing on a new Vantage. V8 and V12. Here it is. So okay, what you guys just saw there was the new 2019 Aston Martin Vantage, both V8 and V12. Talk about stats in a minute. So Theo, opinions?
Well, it's nice, I suppose. It looks very angry. It's got a big frowny mouth at the front of it. It's from the side, it looks like an 8 Series that somebody sort of smeared Vaseline on.
No, so what Aston said they've done, I don't think you ever saw the movie, but they made a one-off DB10 for Spectre, the James Bond from 2015.
Oh, yes, that one.
It's based largely off that. The side shapes, it's actually, that car actually ended up in Forza Horizon 4 part of the James Bond DLC. But But seriously though, this car, so the V8, it'll do 200 miles an hour, which is for a Vantage, that's a lot. They were never known for being that fast. That rule is normally left up to the mainstream huge Aston Martins. This is more of a expensive track toy car. And then the V12 will do 242 if turbocharged.
Sorry, come again?
It's not in there. This is from a while ago. Yes.
But 242 in an Aston.
Oh, that's not even the only Aston. There's another Aston Martin segment coming up after this one, which is it's even weirder.
Hey, come to think of it.
But seriously though, Astons are known as I've got a saying that Ferraris are for little boys, Lamborghinis are for people in a midlife crisis, and Aston Martins are for people who know what they're doing with their life.
Jeremy Clarkson.
No, that's me, actually.
Sure.
No, Google that's actually my saying.
Oh.
Yeah, there is. I'm very, very proud of it.
Well, what's the Aston Martin called? The one that, the one that was just a Toyota IQ.
Oh, the Civic?
Are you quite sure Aston Martins are for people who know what they're doing with their lives? Because
I didn't say that people at Aston Martin know what they're doing. I said people who buy them, people who know what they're doing, they buy them.
people who buy that car are
It
having
was
an
only really
identity
sold in the
crisis.
United. It's only really sold in like Dubai and places like that, so they can do whatever the hell they want over there. They're all like the people who buy them a car, probably rich people who already have the Lamborghini Aventador or SVJ and all the other cool, all the other great cars. Like, let's buy something stupid and funny for once and have a little fun and sell it next weekend.
Sure.
But seriously, I've actually gotten to ride in one of those as a lift.
How was it?
Really comfortable, actually. I felt like I was actually in the back of a Chrysler 300 series.
Why do you keep using the Chrysler 300 series as the golden benchmark for
Because
everything?
it's a good ride.
Oh, that's it? Like, nothing else? Just the ride?
Okay, it's the new one with. I was on a lift and we had like an open stretch of highway. The guy's like, okay, race mode, 80 miles an hour. So
Oliver, the 200S was, what was it? I believe it was Consumer Trends or worst car of 2017.
Have we seen this? But have you ever actually been in a Chrysler 300 though?
Yes, I have.
It's comfortable.
Until you try to do anything with it.
No, it's just comfortable.
It's reasonably comfortable, but the footroom is...
Point being, getting enough of comfort in a car that's the size of a smart car is difficult. Aston Martin man to do that. Anyway, we've got another Aston Martin coming up right now. It's called the Valkyrie, and it's ridiculous.
What?
The Valkyrie. Okay, so I think I need to explain exactly what AMR is. Aston Martin Racing. It's like AMG from Mercedes or Nismo from Nissan.
Every single tuning company that's in-house have an M in it.
I don't know. That's in the name. Go on.
AMG. M.
Yes,
M.
but the M it stands for Martin and Aston Martin. BMW has no reason for it to be. Oh, well, it was motorsport. That's.
Come on.
No, seriously though.
Pardon my
Seriously
German.
though. Seriously, what?
Oh.
So they've actually been working on the new Vantage series.
Have they?
Yeah, the picture I showed you last night at the party that we were at. Your party, by the way. Party was fun. But seriously, remember the picture I showed you? Well, it was a party. Yeah, so we still don't know how to use our quotes. Anyway. Seriously though, remember the picture I showed you last night? Yeah. It looks really, really good. And so they're not only doing the body styling now for Aston Martin, they're also doing the whole interior. They're boosting the engine. They've got a lot of money. They've got like a lot of money to spend on all sorts of stuff. So they're putting all their money into the weird ass Valkyrie car, which looks a lot like the new electric Lamborghini thing, the one that's not a chainsaw. Once you're done being Bane, we can talk.
You merely adopted the dog. I was born and raised in it.
You don't have to change your voice very much. You can get close to that. But seriously though, what do you think about the Valkyrie?
Well, kind of looks like a spiritual successor to the F1, only marginally worse. Like someone slapped in F1 with a fish. Like an F1 fucked a fish, and that was the result.
No, that's a Celine S7, I think.
Oh, yes.
No, that was a legitimate American supercar, though, the Celine S7.
Yes.
And actually, now they're Ford has like 4 tuning houses, and Celine is one of them. So it's like what's the one that had back from Mercury? That's the Krugma, that's now part of Ford. Celine, Shelby, and then in-house, which is and also that DD one.
We don't talk about that one.
They're good cars. But seriously, so the Valkyrie, for all of its bells and whistles, all the futuristic looks, will only do about what they're saying right now is 223 to 240, somewhere in that range.
That's not much. Especially considering that.
Considering how much effort's been put, like how much hype it's been getting.
No, that the V12 Vantage could do 242.
When turbocharged, yes. And also, they actually also about the turbochargers in the V12 Vantage that they'll be using. You can get non-turbocharged and turbocharged, obviously, but the turbochargers have, according to Aston Martin and AMR, no lag whatsoever.
Oh, are they those new electric turbos?
No, they would probably built the turbos themselves.
So when you go, the turbos just immediately.
Oh yeah, the kick and run away.
Wow.
So for once, Aston Martin stopped recycling everyone else's ideas, and same cannot be said for Jaguar, sadly. But yeah, so the new Valkyrie, it's an interesting idea.
Let's go.
I don't think it when it eventually gets put to racing. Also, I don't think it's gonna be street legal.
No, really. Wow, unbelievable.
But when it gets put to racing use, it'll probably look a lot different, a lot more safety features. Obviously, the one we saw there was from a motor show convention. It was basically it's a frame on wheels. Anyway, now on the main part of this program, what electric car should you buy and why all of them except for the Volkswagen e-Golf are stupid.
He means that, you know.
Picture this: you're a typical American person who, say, 30s or something like that, would like to buy a very reasonably priced budget electric car. What car do you buy? Well, you don't buy the Chevy Volt or Bolt because the Volt is plain and the Bolt looks just absolutely terrible.
Like a Volt that crashed, really.
Yeah, actually no, it looks like a spiritual failure successor to the equally terrible looking BMW i3.
Which again looks like a demented orca in that particular livery.
I mean, the ride is comfortable. I've been in the view before in my life.
And the back seat was too small for an 8-year-old.
That's true.
I can only imagine.
It also had suicide doors, so get rid of that.
Oh, suicide doors too.
Then there's the Ford Energy. Since Ford has transferred most of their money into big SUVs, they're keeping the Fusion lineup as a plug-in hybrid. Take a look at that. It looks like a bad Mondeo.
Yes.
Then we have the Tesla Model S and Model X. Not only are they too expensive for average budget, they start at around $7,000 and up. But they both look
like
bland and plain. Not only that, but due to recent ongoings with Elon Musk, the brand name has been tarnished. You don't want to own a Tesla right now because you don't know the state of its financial system. Also, as we'll see with the Model 3, right here.
Oh, this car, I hate it. I was in the back of one for a carpool for 3 miserable months. The back seat was like a protein shell.
It's a fixed angle. It's this. This is your back seat.
Like your legs just sort of go up. Your knees are in your neck and...
It's like a bad Toyota Highlander.
No, it's worse than a Toyota Highlander.
That's what I said, bad.
Worse.
Wow. No, but seriously, about the Model 3 though, another thing is that when it breaks down, it has horrible reliance issues right now.
Oh, yeah.
It's just unreliable. Everything's breaking. When you take it to a place to get fixed, you don't get a time. You get a maybe. Maybe it'll be done by next month. Maybe. Also, they won't give you a courtesy car. So you're stuck taking Lyfts and Ubers and taxis until your car gets fixed. Or if you're lucky enough to have 2 cars in the family, to take the second car. But seriously though, the Volkswagen e-Golf, right?
Yep.
You have my page on that.
I hope I draw the right one.
Yeah, you did. So the Volkswagen e-Golf is this. Now, have you been in an e-Golf?
No.
Chance had one.
Yep.
Anyway, that's 2015 one. I've been in 2018 one, and the new 2019 one is even better. This one is another one compared to a Chrysler S300 ride. It's very smooth.
Oh, it's just the Chrysler. You keep bringing it up, and it keeps getting less interesting, which I didn't think was possible.
Fair point. No, but seriously though, the Chryslers, because they're, especially around here, you see a lot of them out on the road. Yeah. It's easy comparison because you see a lot of them on the road, and they're very comfortable to be riding around in.
Yeah.
This car, yes, it only has 75 to 80% of the battery of a Model 3,
but
it's $19,000 less expensive for the top model. And it comes with sat-nav as standard. You can get Wi-Fi, heated seats, a drinks cooler.
Wait, what?
You know, like, what was it, the old Lexus in 2002 used to have one of those? Lexus, I think it was the IS, had one in the back for drinks. Yeah. Well, this has one of those too now. Also, it's a hatchback, it's a Golf. And it's also made by the same brand that owns Bugatti, Lamborghini, Audi, Porsche, Bentley. So,
sorry, Audi just
also,
very
it just, Audi makes a Lamborghini.
I don't care, they're not very interesting on their own.
They're good cars, though.
Oh, yes.
Wait, okay, so the Quattro rally cars aren't interesting to you.
Oh, no, those are interesting. But
There you go. There you go. But seriously, though, it's also, apart from the fact, it looks a bit like a Renault. But that's not, Renaults are not bad cars to run, right?
Some of them are.
Some of them are terrible, some of them. But the new Model 3 versus the new Volkswagen e-Golf.
That's not the competition.
The Model 3, the front is too short, and the back, it just stops too abruptly. Can you get that?
I can try. God, Oliver, you need a chair.
Me?
Yes.
This is actually very comfortable.
It's cracking under your weight. I can hear it. It's horrible.
Yeah, but seriously though, yeah, options onboard Wi-Fi. Maintenance cost is very low, and it's a Volkswagen, so it's probably gonna be very dependable. And think about Tesla. When they take it into the garage, they have to special order the parts. And so once you get there, they'll special order the parts. It might take 2 weeks for your parts to get there, another 2 weeks to install them. The Volkswagen, they'll give you a Golf GTI, albeit a diesel one, as a courtesy car.
No competition.
There's no downside to this. And I guess, okay, unless you don't have a charging port at your house for a car, then in what case, then why did you buy an electric car? This is the electric car for you. Also, it's a family car.
Yeah.
And unless you're an ape, you can probably fit in the back of the thing, because I'm
hefty.
Horizontally challenged, but I can, I've been able to fit in the back of one quite comfortably, and it's got more leg room than a Prius, and so it's quite nice. Actually, the leg room in the back of the Tesla is absolutely
It's just terrible. I mean.
Yeah.
And that's coming from someone who turns invisible if he's sideways.
There you go. You got this.
Oh, right.
And then actually your skin's invisible anyway. Ginger. But seriously though, the e-Golf, it looks great. It's being classified. Volkswagen's calling it a hot hatch. We'll see. Also,
Stop yawning.
There's gonna be a version coming out in July. It's called Volkswagen Heat Edition. It's got a turbocharged engine and it's got a race mode.
In an e-Golf?
In an e-Golf.
How do you turbocharge an electric?
I don't know, but we'll find out in July. Anyway, now we're getting on to a hands-on test of the most awkward Ford Focus you've ever seen and the most boring car on planet Earth. This is a 2011 Toyota Prius. Base model. The most boring car of all time. I mean, there are a few fun features. I mean, if you remove the essential back paneling, you can hide a body inside. Great for smuggling things across borders. Hello, Theo.
Good morning, Oliver.
How'd you get? Fun. Now you are the valued cameraman. Here you go. Camera. Oh. That was the best thing ever. Yeah, okay. So, come over here.
Alright.
Follow me if you will. Alright, around here. I'm gonna show you how you start this damn car. And it is not... So, yes, that is actually perfect. So you know you do you put this key in and turn it, right? Well, this one, foot on brake, go.
Let's get down.
It's in neutral mode now.
How much will you get? I think that one actually went at
now
48.
If I want, yeah, if I want to try to rev it, you ready? You just get this. You can't. It just goes to end position. You can't rev it.
Oh, the engine's on. Holy shit!
I put it in drive.
Oh.
But yes. So another thing interesting. Here, take a look at the gear knob.
All right.
Beep. You can rotate this. Why? It's stupid.
It's a feature.
Yes. Just like the fact that this will actually explode almost any charge you put into it is a feature. The three fingers and foot need to start the car is a feature.
Hey, to be fair, on a manual, you got to put your finger on the clutch. I mean, your foot on the clutch, foot on the brake.
Yes, but you get a certain feeling when starting up a manual. You don't get this atrocity of something. Also, the ride's absolutely terrible.
Well, there's a bit on the side of Bouncy. Oh, of course.
One more thing I do want to show you is with this thing, it says hybrid. The battery will do about 2 miles. Also, the reason they didn't bother showing a 2016 one here or 2018 version, because they are really no different. This is the world's most boring car. Now on to another car that's pretty old and really awkward, but definitely not boring. Alright, this is a Ford Focus ZXW SE 2006. It's a station wagon. And although it might look bad, and it's not a great car, it's much better than the boring old Prius over there. You see, this car, when you do this, it bounces.
I think that
Not
might.
to mention, if you come in here a little bit, there is right here, if you can see here, a pen holder.
Classy.
This is now a Rolls Royce. And as Theo aptly demonstrated off camera, if you start twisting the wheel when you're not supposed to be, as in with the engines off, it will actually do a wheel lock. So that's to help you lock your wheels sideways while on hills.
Oh, I thought it was for theft.
Yeah. No, because all you do is pick lock easy. Anyway, you put down your foot on the brake stop, the noise and twist. An actual engine no. And then you hit neutral. Your little light on the gear knob to tell you when you're in neutral, and then you floor it. That's how you drive a Ford Focus ZXW. Another interesting feature about this car, which I don't think I've seen in many other cars, it's very good for like first-time drivers and everything like that. It will not let you take your key out of the ignition without it being in park. What are you doing to the back of the car? It's moving constantly.
Trying to open the trunk.
Yeah, you can't. There's no button release. It's a 2006. You need an actual key.
My 2001 has an actual button.
This is the Ford SE. What do you expect? Hey, you want to do it?
Button release.
Try to hold the camera at the same time. Yes, actually, so do I. Actually, I originally had it released on the key fob, but the key fob ran out of battery a long time ago. Also,
The gas is
Rally
broken.
Racing Heritage.
The gas lift is broken and there's a Pokemon card on a wooden door. Perhaps we shouldn't have opened this. What card is it though? Oh, is this your door?
Yes.
What
Oh, it's
card
a
is
original card. It's a trainer.
Wow.
Very old. Anyway, yeah, but whoa.
Sorry.
You almost hit me in the head of the whole thing. But
Rally
anyway,
Racing Heritage.
it's Rally Racing Heritage versus I Suck. You've started to unlock the I Suck mobile. Please stop trying. It wants you to stop. I mean, the Ford Focus, it's not a pretty car, but it gets it done. It's been here since 2006. It's a great car. I don't know if the parking brake's on. You've moved it forward. I can hear the whole thing creaking from outside the vehicle. Here, let me try to get in this car. And
It's on. You come out.
there's there's a door here, so there's absolutely no room for my feet.
Come on in. The water's fine.
I'm kind of jammed in here. But you know what this reminds me of, Theo?
Whatever.
Our Hilux review we did.
Yeah, it's only less
Also,
comfortable.
yeah, and but hey, at least we can start this one. Also, you know what the favorite thing of like most kids is to do when they get in a car? The hazards are always so much fun. Anyway, that concludes this part of the review. And now an exhaust take. Alright, so thank you for watching. This has been the first episode that's actually kind of been, scripted. We had
Scripted
we had
nothing on it.
No. Well, it was bullet points. We had topics and we covered them. All in the budget of $9 for the tripod.
And a clutch.
Maybe a clutch. We may have baked the Ford's clutch.
In an automatic, no less.
It can be done. Anyway, so
Yes.
thank you, Theo.
Yes.
If you guys recognize him from somewhere, albeit his hair was completely different, he was in the Toyota Hilux, abandoned Toyota Hilux video we filmed
Sadly.
around, I think, somewhat close to this time-ish last year.
Yeah.
When we started talking about it, we filmed it towards the end of January. We started talking about it around this time. Anyway, thank you for watching, and we've gone the entire episode without mentioning the fact that Matt LeBlanc has left Top Gear. Goodbye. Okay, so breaking news. I know it's the end of the video. Actually, we finished filming about an hour ago. Theo's here. Say hi, Theo.
No.
Cool. Close enough. Anyway, we're playing Forza. But I looked at Wikipedia for the Aston Martin Valkyrie. It's road legal.
It's what?
It's road legal. Wikipedia quotes Rebel Racing, the team that are making with Aston Martin, as a certainly enjoyable road car. It's classified as a sports car. Like, so you can see one of these on the highway. I mean, it's limited. It's of course limited edition, of course, but still, it's a road car. That's awesome.